Imagine, through 10,000 years of tales told at fireside, 4 millennia of the written word, 2,500 years of theater, a century of cinema, 60 years of television, and now the internet. Countless generations of storytellers have spun story into an astonishing diversity of pattern, yet all constructed from the same 12 building blocks. From westerns to comedies to war movies, from action-adventure films to coming-of-age dramas to suspense thrillers, all great stories imbue the same 12 stages of storytelling. And the best part is, each of you has a story waiting to be told. I'm Lee Marshall, lifetime member of the Writers Guild of America and a professional screenwriter in Hollywood now for the past 2 decades. And these screenplays and teleplays you see on the desk beside me represent some of the stories my students have written over the past 12 years. Today, as the world devours film and theater and television, online novels and video games with such ravenous hunger, it seems as if the art of story has become humanity's prime source of inspiration. The world needs them and wants them, which means it needs and wants writers with a story to tell, an experience to share, an event in their life that expresses a profound human need. This, of course, is where you come in. For if the art of story is in fact the dominant cultural force in the world today, then the art of film and television are the dominant mediums of this grand enterprise. Suffice it to say, the world needs product, and for that, it needs writers. This, of course, is where we come in. In this first-of-its-kind real-time online screenwriting course, my partner Ron Milligan and I have melded our years of experience as industry professionals with our experience in the university classroom to help you achieve one great goal: to find a good story and then tell it well. Our class, Fact and Fiction, Writing Docudrama for the Screen, was designed as an innovative approach to media writing geared to familiarize students with a variety of story writing formats and styles. It's our hope that the class will serve its students as an outlet for their passions, their grief, and their experiences in a new and innovative way. In short, to help you find your voice and your story. I will be here to bring you the first half of the course, while CSULB journalism professor Ron Milligan will bring his combat experience and journalistic storytelling abilities to bear as he leads you through the second half. In fact, let me turn this class intro over to him now. Ron?
Thanks, Lee. Hi, I'm Ron Milligan, and as Lee has said, I'll be teaching the second part of this course, which deals with documentaries. When human beings figured out how to paint on the walls of caves, they probably used pictures depicting imagined stories, and sometimes the cave dwellers were recording factual events that nowadays we have more sophisticated ways of documenting. And the technology continues to evolve in ways very significant for people wanting to do this kind of work. A few years ago, before cable and satellite transmission and video discs, documentaries were mostly the province of the broadcast networks. A documentary maker either worked for a network or had to sell his or her work to one of the nets. But now documentary makers have these other avenues to reach the consumer, and that opens up the field to an infinitely larger number of entrepreneurs. And the range of potential documentary topics has also increased from merely what will interest the mass market to what will interest smaller markets. We'll have a look at news documentaries, documentaries that are investigative, historical, sociological, travel documentaries, and other types. The wars the United States has been involved in recent years are the source of many documentary possibilities. A friend of mine, a former colleague when we were both war correspondents in Vietnam, stayed in the business and was embedded with troops in Iraq. Based on his experiences in Iraq, he produced a documentary called Guasapa, Yesterday's Enemies. My experience after I returned to the States goes to a series of mini-documentaries similar to a CBS series called On the Road by Charles Kuralt that many of you may remember from some years ago. I did mine called Milligan Stew for a large television station in the Northeast. In my part of this course, we'll go into the various types of documentary and how to produce them, from inspiration through treatment, production, and marketing. As Lee says, each of you has a story waiting to be told.